Ukraine's surprise incursion into Russia's Kursk region was a big gamble to begin with. Ukraine has shown it is capable of mounting a sophisticated, combined arms assault using all the elements of modern warfare. They now claim to control more than 80 Russian settlements, including the town of Sudzha. To conduct the Kursk operation, Kiev deployed battalions drawn from multiple brigades, catching Russia off guard. Within a week, Ukraine claimed to have captured almost as much Russian land in Kursk as Russian forces took in Ukraine in the last 7 months. Hundreds of Russian prisoners were blindfolded and ferried away in trucks in the opening moments of the lightning advance. Now Ukrainian forces are pushing out in several directions from Sudzha, where a military commander's office is being set up. But the territory currently under Ukrainian control is of little economic or strategic value. Major military bases are far from the current area of operations, and Ukrainian advances are expected to slow as Russia sends in more forces. Ukrainian officials said they do not intend to occupy Kursk, but they may seek to create a buffer zone to protect settlements in the bordering Sumy region from relentless Russian bombardments. But the big aim appeared to be forcing Russia to deploy reserves intended for other parts of the 1,000-kilometer-long front line. Nonetheless, the incursion has thrust Russian President Vladimir Putin into uncharted waters. Since the beginning of his war on Ukraine, Putin had promised that inexperienced conscripts would not be sent into the Ukraine war zone. Now, according to reports, 22 conscripted soldiers have gone missing in Kursk. Conscripts in Kursk who had retreated from the border after Ukraine's attack are now being sent to the defense of Kursk once again. Russian authorities have been evacuating thousands of civilians from the Kursk region as Ukrainian forces advance further. At least 200,000 people have so far been moved from the border regions. The effort to drive Ukrainian troops out of Kursk could eventually hinder Russia's offensive in eastern Ukraine. So has Ukraine's gamble paid off? If its forces stay in place inside Russia's borders, they can expect to come under an ever-increasing ferocity of attacks. Ukraine's incursion is the biggest offensive by a foreign army on Russian soil since World War II. While doing everything to push Ukrainian troops back, Putin is expected to simultaneously keep up the pressure on Ukraine in the Donbas region and punish its people with more drone and missile strikes. What is clear is that the incursion has changed the battlefield. The shock of Ukraine's strategy has exposed chinks in the armor of its powerful adversary. The attack has also risked aggravating Ukraine's own weaknesses by extending the front line and committing new troops at a time when they are short on manpower. While Russia still has the edge in the war, Ukraine's incursion underlines Kiev's ability to use its nimble forces and Western weaponry to steal Moscow's thunder.